Okay, hey. Welcome to the Mighty Creative Hour, open mic night. And this is going to be our last one for this season. And I'm really, really super happy to have Dan Wetzel with us tonight. We're going to talk about his book, Know Thyself. It's really beautiful. I love it. Contemplations and artwork. And we're going to have a lovely discussion. I know. I can't wait to talk to you, Dan. First, I want to sing a song as a means of prayer. And I'm just going to ring us in. Well, first of all, as you know, Thoughts of Awakening has been so meaningful to me this year. And that's actually where I really first got to sort of know Dan a little bit. We don't know each other too well, but Dan's contemplations last year in Thoughts of Awakening really inspired me to, to participate this year. So I've been writing music. The Holy Spirit's been giving me music from Thoughts of Awakening. So this is number 155. The heart of the one and the voice that likes you are one and the same. This is your Lord. And when you move, only for the cause of love, the heart of the one and the voice that likes you will lead you on. There are two ways of looking and hearing. One is from me, apart from them. The other is us, a body of one, a unified self. In this there's no me, only us, the heart of the one and the voice that likes you are one and the same. This is your Lord. And when you move, only for the cause of love, the heart of the one that likes you will lead you on. Oh, goodness, thank you. These mornings have been such a blessing to me. So let's talk to the blessing that is Dan Wetzel. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Yolanda.
I'm so happy to see you today.
Okay, I should be unmuted now, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Yeah. Um, yeah, thank you for having me on your show.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I was so excited because, really, like I said, last year was really the first time that I sort of got to know you and thoughts of awakening in the morning, and I truly,
Mm.
appreciated your contemplations. And um, that year I was very quiet, but you were actually there though the day that Sparkle came to me, number 12. And I was like, oh, this is a song. But when I picked it, when you said you wrote a book, and when I bought it off of Amazon, I was like, oh yay, it's Dan's Contemplations, because I didn't know what you were sharing with us. But
Yeah,
so,
the contemplations were from Thoughts of Awakening and also from Gentle Healing.
oh
So,
yeah.
fortunately, I had written them out and saved them because I didn't have any plan to write a book. And but I had things that lend themselves to this book. And it's really a book of contemplation. It's not very long. It's only like 36 pages or so, and it includes contemplations um, and some poetry that I've written, and some paintings that I've done, watercolor paintings and so forth, and some photographs that I've taken that kind of point to the meaning of the contemplation. So yeah, it was fun. It was if anyone's ever tried to make a book on Amazon and Kindle, it's pretty tough. It
I
was for
remember,
me anyway.
yeah, I remember you talking about it, last year while you were putting it together. And actually, I'm in the middle of trying to do a similar thing. So I'm so happy that you went first
Yeah,
and showed us how to do it, because it's really great.
yeah. So what I tried to do was um, that photograph on the cover is a picture of Lake Chapala in Mexico, and that's a morning shot. That's early in the morning, and it was one of the best photographs I think I've ever taken. So I thought, well, that's a natural, and they were able to reproduce it really, really well, and I
Yeah.
was happy for that.
I
Um,
I thought that might be where it was
yeah,
from. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and the book was actually a friend of mine suggested that I go ahead and put these contemplations together in a book form, and
Yeah.
so that's what happened. And then on the left hand side is a contemplation or a poem, on the right hand side is a photograph or a poem or a painting that I've done, a watercolor painting. I started watercoloring right around the turn of the millennium, and I hadn't really had any plans for them, and I've given them to my brothers and sisters, and but they worked out for this book pretty well,
They
and
did.
so
Yeah. They
but I,
printed really beautifully. They look great. Um,
yeah, there was a lot of color in this book,
there is.
and
Yeah.
uh,
This is. I,
um,
I think this one's my favorite. I'll show you.
oh yeah, yeah, that was a theme. I believe that may be one that I actually donated to Awaken Together.
Oh, wow.
And
Cool.
the the image is showing the transparency of things,
Mm,
and so on the that particular painting, the contemplation, if I can find it here. I haven't numbered these. The pages aren't numbered because I really didn't want to um, make it seem like a chronological thing,
yeah.
and it's not. Um, yeah, let's see here. Okay, yeah, here it is. So this particular one, the contemplation was called being, and this relates to an experience I had when I was in about fifth grade. That's a long time ago, and uh, so I'll read that. Being. Many years ago, when I was a child, I had an experience. I wondered, what is this? For decades, it was not clear. What I realize now is that I had experienced a revelation of being, a celebration of life, eternal and unchanging. Life itself has tapped me on the shoulder, reminding me of the presence that we all are, but may not recognize because being is taken for granted. Joy is isness, but it is not of the mind which judges. It's of the heart, which knows itself as I am. And we are one in that being forever. Know thyself and rejoice. The the painting works with this, I think, pretty well because it's sort of like when I look at that watercolor and I see how the light seems to shine through that boat, that is an image that I feel about ourselves.
Uh,
The light is always coming through us,
yeah.
and and the image is translucent, and I think that that's what we're here to do now.
Mm,
We're we're actually the presence of this I am,
mm,
and the 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 image I think brought that forward. Um, the thing that, that I experienced when I was a child, I was like in fifth grade. I was sitting at my desk, and suddenly uh, most of the class were out playing baseball, and I sat there and I go, "What is this?" And it was just a strange experience, and it was like, but I couldn't describe it exactly, and but I knew it was different. I knew it was different, and so when that occurred, I forgot about it immediately. Went out and played baseball, and but it occurred to me probably about 60 years later that what this was a an experience of pure being, and that the isness um, uh, the Holy Spirit talks about, and that was revelatory because I didn't know what it meant. I really didn't.
wow.
And then it also started to dawn on me as time went on, writing this book and reviewing those contemplations. I was realizing that we are awake. It's just that it's just that we take it for granted. We don't recognize it.
Right.
You know, it's always there. I mean, I remember having arguments with my mother, and she used to infuriate me. And during those times, I was kind of self-conscious, but it really didn't occur to me until much later that that was the isness, the being that we are.
Wow.
And so, yeah, this book then started to arrange itself. I didn't really have any particular idea about how to put this together, and it wasn't meant to be chronological.
Mm.
It was just a
Hmm.
it's almost like an art book.
Yeah,
And
it is. Yeah, that's how I responded to it. Very, very much. Yeah.
yeah. Um, there was another one that I kind of like a lot. Uh, I was taking care of a friend's dog while she was away, and this is called Attention. And attention liberates. When the TV series The Dog Whisperer came out, I watched Cesar Millan masterfully teach unruly dogs to pay attention to his guidance, no matter how resistant they were at first. He showed the dogs, he showed that dogs want a pack leader so they can relax and feel peaceful. They would vigilantly look to Caesar for direction and end up living happier lives than before. When I was watching this, I realized he was to dogs what the Holy Spirit is to me. I was learning to trust my inner wisdom. As I paid attention to spirit consistently, I learned peace. I slowly resigned as my own master, for I had been poorly taught. Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and render unto God the things that are God's took on a whole new meaning for me. So now when I hear sit, stay, I wag. So that that's the you know that's and the picture is really cute. It's of this little dog. Let's see if I can show it to you. Can you show it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Yeah, I've got it. Oh, here it is. Right.
Yeah, that's him.
It's so
So
cute.
he was waiting for me to give him a directive. And so
Wow.
the Holy Spirit does the same thing for us. And I realized that, but it took a while that I thought it was that important that the Holy Spirit really become the trainer of us. It's don't do anything on my own. Listen, be willing to listen and follow.
Mm.
And so that's where that one came from.
That-
And then over the years, um, I was 70 when I came to Mexico, and I'm 79 now. And when I came here, I was thinking I knew a lot. I had been studying A Course in Miracles for 40 years. And what I realized as time went on, what I thought I knew was all nothing, because it was the mind. It was the mind's collection of of, of thoughts and concepts. And so when I really got it clear that the only thing that ever is real knowledge comes from spirit, and not from book learning. Those things, all these books that we have, all point to the truth, but the experience of the truth is actually that experience of isness, of being that I had when I was a little kid. And I didn't get it, like I said, until a lot later. And really, it's been within the last, I'd say, 5 years that it's starting to really sink in that I need to just all I need to do is surrender.
Mm.
This is the universe is conspiring to do us good. The universe is actually bringing us back to that state of awareness. And it's not our business. It's actually our salvation, our redemption is not our business. It's, it's the Holy Spirit's.
Mm.
And so I heard someone say that studying spirituality uh, is helpful because awakening is an accident, a happy accident. Awakening is a happy accident, and um, the the practice of accepting what's appearing before us in terms of like A Course in Miracles or uh, Awakening Together's material, of which is spectacular, is these are the signs to the Holy Spirit that yeah, I'm ready. I'm really ready to hear you. And so then it makes us accident prone. I love that. Yeah, I love that. So yeah, there's another one that I had is a poem on the left hand side,
Yes.
and it's called Flying.
Yes.
Okay,
I love that.
so it's called Flying.
And here's
Let's
the
fly. Yeah, there's the
here's
painting.
the
Yeah,
yeah.
it looks pretty bleached out there. It's pretty intense in color,
Mm.
actually. But it was a process I learned as I was learning how to paint.
Mm.
And the dancer there is a guy who uh, was part of the background, and then little by little, I lifted the paint, and he appeared as I lifted the paint. So
Oh,
yeah, that was the process.
wow.
So this poem is called Flying. Let's fly, let's fly, let's fly, past gravity and law, beyond widths and narrows, eagles and sparrows. Let's fly, let's fly, let's fly. Never born, never die, like songs from angels laughing on harps of spider webbing, melodies like watercolors, wet and softly blending. Abstract light, soundless strains, roaming through love's mind. Warm, naked, perfect being, praising heaven's king. Forever blessed, forever found, to laugh, to soar, to sing, past rainbows spanning space and time, on vaporous, feathered wings. For son I am, one with you, forever one in him, surrendering with gentle sigh to hymns of seraphim. We fly, we fly, we fly. So that was a poem that I had actually written long before I found the painting that matched it.
Wow.
And yeah, that was 25 years ago or so.
Wow. The poem you read was
The painting
oh
actually
the
was,
painting. Oh wow.
yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
even the poem was quite a few years back. At
Yes.
some point, I met someone who was kind of a psychic, and she said, okay, it's time. I was a landscape contractor in Sedona,
Yes.
and uh, she said, it's time for you to stop thinking about work and start writing poetry and painting and things like that, things that are expressive of the heart. So that's what I did, and I had no idea that it would end up in a book.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah,
You know what happens? when we do what we're called to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. The directives will be given one short piece at a time.
yeah.
Yeah. So the one of the last ones in this book is something I got from, I think it was Thoughts of Awakening, and it's there's a picture near the back of a pickup truck.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So you see, it's kind of blurry,
Yeah.
and the idea is it's called fading memory, and the contemplation is this: be nothing, be not a part of it. Nothing has no parts. Whatever has parts is a thing. It is not nothing. The small mind is about parts and things. The brain is wired to dissect and take apart and make distinctions. This awakening is about freedom from thoughts of separation as the distinguishing mind sees it. The absolute simply is. I am simply is. Being is isness. Being and nothing are the same. Neither has attributes, only awareness of itself. As memories dissolve into the mist, it becomes clear that what I have been seeking for, I am. Now, be still. Observe thoughts without judgment. They disappear, for there is no real cause of them. Allow, surrender, melt into oneness, where separation is impossible. Peace is stillness. Let go of the idea of being Dan, or let go of the idea of Dan. Be nothing. So that the concepts that we have of ourselves are still from the past, really. And this is not knowledge.
Mm.
The knowledge comes from these moments when we've suddenly are just present. There's presence. And so this idea of letting go of the name, letting go of the idea of Dan to be nothing
Yeah.
is actually what we're all doing.
Hmm.
We're moving toward that direction. And so that was near the end of the book, and I found it interesting that the book kind of arranged itself. I didn't really do that, and yeah, it was fun.
I love that that you talk about. Well, you say let go of the idea of Dan. I mean, and that you say that that's what we're all doing. It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, I'm only beginning to realize that. But before Glenn passed, my husband, he was really right there with with that. He was,
mhm.
and there was a grief he was experiencing about it. There was like a. He would say that to me, and I didn't understand. I didn't understand at the time.
Yeah,
And since he left the planet, um, it really shook me up deeply,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
I really am beginning to really understand what that means.
yeah. We love what we made. I mean,
Hmm.
Course in Miracles said God didn't make this world. God knows nothing of this world.
Right.
Um, but we wanted a place. We wanted to have an experience of what would it be like if things weren't just peace?
Yeah.
What's more than everything? Because that's the experience we were having. Everything we had this from the beginning of time. I know before the beginning of time, we've always just simply been, which is the attribute of the Father, and we have all those attributes.
Right.
And so when we decided what would it be like to have something more than everything, that brought about duality.
Yeah.
And that was the experience we wanted, and that's the experience we're having in a world that's contentious and seeming full of opposites.
Hmm.
Um, that's that's it. That's the experience we're having. But it's not what we are.
Right.
And so yeah, so this the book was really I think an extension of some of these realizations.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned too the interview that I had.
Yeah.
I think
With
I
Anne.
guess I talked about the mushroom trip that I
You
had.
did. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah,
I have had similar experiences.
yeah, yeah. Well, it was interesting to me because I just thought everybody had. I set an intention, and my intention was before I did this. And I didn't. It wasn't planned. A neighbor came by and says, "Yeah, I've got these mushrooms, and you can drink the tea and have this experience." I thought, well, I've never done that. I'll give that a shot.
Yeah.
And so I was listening to music. I was in bed, perched up, freezing and sweating at the same time. And the experience at first started out just being lots of different phenomena, beautiful colors and designs and all that. And then, but my intention was, I want to see what I am before the veil drops. I want to see what I am before the veil of the belief in duality, belief in personhood, and all that.
Hmm.
And I want to talk to Jesus.
Hmm.
And both those things happened. And so yeah, it was profound for me. It was life changing
Hmm.
because as I was having all these experiences, I there was a presence that was that seemed to be outside of me, and I call it they, but I don't know. I didn't see anybody, but I called it they, and I asked. I said, "Is this what I am?" I didn't. I had no idea that it was actually my own self awareness, and so these experiences were just profound for me. And then I had a small picture of Jesus next to me, and and I I looked at it, and it seemed to like be coming alive, And I said, "Are you Jesus?" And it said yes. And then it started morphing into all these different faces,
Mm.
and I realized that was the Christ saying, "I am you, you are me, we are all one." And so, yeah, that was a real gift. That was a
That
real gift for
was.
me.
Gosh, Dan, that's so interesting. I've just recently started sharing things like that with the community because in my past, have had similar kinds of experiences, and I actually did have one with Jesus like that, and it just um, it just made me know that I was on the right path.
Yeah, it's like a booster shot.
Yeah, it's like a booster shot. Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. It's affirmation that yeah
Yeah.
you're doing fine.
Yeah,
And
and it's interesting because I don't like seek these out really or anything, but they do occur. They
yeah,
do occur. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And so all these happy accidents, these
Yeah.
are just symbols of our willingness.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll come to us, uh, and because we want it more than anything.
We do. Yeah, that's so true, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's such a funny thing to think that, like the way you stated it, we had everything, and then we wanted, how'd you say it, more than everything?
More than everything. So that's an impossibility, of
Right,
course.
right.
And the only way we could possibly do that, or have that kind of experience, is to shrink ourselves down into something that we're not.
Wow.
In other words, a being like with very, very limited senses,
Hmm.
with our perception, that is something that it's not. So in a sense, it's more than everything, but it's nothing at all because it's just a dream.
Well,
So
yeah, sort of like the what we were talking about, maybe like the Jesus experience, like those kind of experiences that we have in the body or whatever, like that.
yeah,
All of this is, like you say, a dream,
yeah,
and it's just fascinating that we're doing it. It just fascinates me at this point.
yeah, yeah. It's everything is absolute peace.
Yeah,
More than everything is a dream of not peace.
yeah. And well, Abraham Hicks says something like, God wanted to expand itself or whatever like that, and that's why we're doing this, or and I think, wow, that's a concept there. How can God
Yeah,
expand itself? I don't know, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Well, and even the concept of the being an idea that God is outside of me,
yeah.
um, is is that subject object,
Hmm.
which is not what we are,
Right,
because we're just the one. And I've had a lot of friends who had experienced ayahuasca and things like that, and
right.
they said that their experience was just heavily this the oneness, just the oneness. And
Yes, yes.
so it became very clear. But then they forgot, or we do forget,
Yeah,
because we're still attached to what we made.
yeah,
We like what we made. We
yeah.
love what we made.
We do. Yeah.
And yeah,
So I've stopped demonizing, like, the ego and all of that, because it's magnificent. I mean, it when I'm attached to it and when I listen to its advice and stuff, no, but it's magnificent the way all of this comes together in this oneness. So I feel like, this experience I'm having as Yolanda, um, is all a part of that oneness, so I don't want to demonize any piece of it. You
yeah,
know? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah.
yeah. The Rupert Spira has I really like his metaphor about Mary, who's having a dream that she's Jane, and Jane is walking down the streets of London, and she's looking at the cobblestones, and they're very, very real for Jane.
Yeah.
For Mary, she's still dreaming that she's Jane. So there's the distinction.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see. I mean, that's what we're doing. Um, for me, I know some of the things I really love are birding. I've been a
Mm,
birder for a long, long time,
mm,
and this Lake Chapala area is perfect for
mm,
that. And yeah, I have seen birds I've never seen before, and a lot of my journeys have been into the jungle,
Oh,
uh,
wow.
Bolivia,
Oh,
Ecuador,
wow.
Guatemala, Costa Rica, um, um, Peru, and a couple of others. And they're always, one time I was in Panama and it was there was a what was called a canopy tower. And it was a radar tower that the U.S. military used to monitor planes going over. And but it was above the canopy of the jungle. And so you look down, you'd be out and walk around 360 degrees, a circular pathway way on top of this on the roof. And you could I I found 156 species of birds I've never seen before in 1 week. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah,
And you were walking on a platform above the treetops, right?
yeah, above the
Is that what you meant?
treetop. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. And they were landing there, because
Yeah.
they tend to hide.
Uh-huh.
But it was a spectacular journey,
Wow.
and just like this one is, I feel like this. Somebody asked me when I was a biologist.
Hmm.
I've done a lot of different things, and
Hmm.
uh, I used to monitor nuclear power plants.
Really?
And when I when I worked with those guys, other biologists, we were having a discussion one day, and they said, "What do you want with your life?" And I said, "I want to be an adventurer."
Mm,
And this adventure of knowing thyself
mm,
is the greatest adventure of all. And so I'm very, very grateful, very, very grateful that I was presented with all these different opportunities
mm.
and have had the experiences I've had. So that the book kind of touches on that. And you
Yeah.
know, the, there's a page near the beginning. It says, "This book is for those who are done doing and searching and are willing to rest as what remains."
No, yeah. I noticed that when I was reading it, and I was going to ask you about that actually. To rest as what remains. How does that, what is that?
So once the doer is gone, the
Mm.
searcher, all that is left is presence.
Ah,
If there's nothing else, there's always presence, because that's what we are. Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
So yeah, and that's
That's beautifully said. Willing to rest as what remains.
yeah, because once the doer is um is done, there's no more to discover. It's like it's what's left, just being.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I'm in and out of it. I sometimes I catch it, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
And but it's always like a journey.
Mm.
Um, there's an attribution in here. It says, this book did not arise alone. It's offered with gratitude for A Course in Miracles, Regina Dawn Akers, and the Awakening Together community and Sangha, for the steady presence of mighty companions and the clarity reflected in the teachings of Rupert Spira.
Mm.
So it feels like I've garnered enough to really look at um, where all these teachings are pointing,
Yeah.
and realize that they are pointers. They're actually not the presence itself, and that is absolute knowledge. The presence is knowledge, and So everything else is learned,
Mm.
and but it's not knowledge,
Yeah.
absolute knowledge. And that's one of the things I got out of gentle healing.
Ah.
Yeah,
Wow.
1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
3 years. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
3 years. Yes,
It's, a
I
beau-
haven't tackled that yet. It kind of
it's
scares me.
exciting.
Is it? Oh my.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
loved it. I
Yay.
loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel the pull. I guess I'm afraid for some reason. There's some resistance. I don't know what it is.
Well,
But
the resistance, that's the thing. There was one of the things in here is about resistance,
mm,
and it says, yeah, I have a picture of the ocean,
oh,
and and on the right hand side, on the left hand side, it says, "What do I get? What do I understand? I get that this is a dream of separation from truth, eternal happiness. I get that being willing to look past the illusion of the truth of oneness is forgiveness of the dream and my only function. I get that being in bliss is the acceptance of the truth and that life will consistently offer me opportunities to see problems with the vision of inner wisdom and humor. And problems is in quote.
yeah.
I get that patience in this practice is wisdom's gentle gift of love during the undoing of what I thought I knew and who I thought I was. I get that this is my awakening. I get that there may be resistance to healing, like waves crashing against the shore. I get my gratitude for getting Know Thyself. When I first saw that Know Thyself, I think it's on the Temple of Apollo in Greece.
Hmm.
Um, I thought, what do you mean Know Thyself? What is it? What are you talking about? But it dawned on me later, a lot later, that thyself is presence.
Mm,
It's
mm.
not, we think we're people.
Yeah, we do.
We think we're people and we're not.
Yeah.
We're playing a role,
Hmm.
and it's to experience something more than everything. And it's a
Yes.
dream because there is no such thing.
Right.
But yeah.
That's so
So
cool. I it just resonated right then when you said that actors playing a role. It's why I'm so drawn to art making and acting in particular in different
yeah,
things
you're
that I
great
do.
at it too, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I feel that from the very well, the first thing I remember, doing as a kid was drawing and painting and driving my mother crazy by making up songs, and she was just like, "Stop it, stop it."
um,
So it's always been the way spirit has spoken through me, you know.
yeah, yeah. It's that is the way. I mean,
Hmm.
each one of our paths is. There are how many billions of people on the earth? Eight, something like that.
Yeah,
There are 8 billion pathways.
amazing. That's amazing. And why there's so many teachings and teachers and,
Yeah, they're
because
gonna they're gonna resound for everyone differently.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I think I learned when I first started the course, it was like, oh, I was so taken by it. It was like, oh my God, this finally makes sense.
Yeah.
God didn't create this, I did.
Yeah.
And meaning I didn't even know what I meant, actually. That was the know thyself that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
But when when I started getting it, and it didn't happen, I studied the course for like 40 years.
40 years. I heard you say that in the Sot song. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I was you know,
You were a teacher, right? And
well, I did teach it too, but you teach what you need to learn.
yeah, yeah.
And Ramana Maharshi says, that awakening happens in three stages. He told Regina this. He said, I think it was Ramana. He said the first stage is the resistor. Well, that's where most of us are.
Yeah.
We're like, I know this, I got it, and it's up to me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one is the doubter stage.
Mm.
And and the Holy Spirit's comment to Regina was, "You had a healthy doubter stage." And she had, because she was, and when I read NTI, New Testament Interpretation, uh, it's such a great book because it's so encouraging. It taught me things that I didn't get just by doing the course alone. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I was too thick,
Yeah.
you know, but this really helped. And so it slowly dawned on me that this actually has always been with me.
Yeah.
And um, Helen Hamilton talks about it too.
Yeah.
She says, a lot of us have the experience of awakening and don't even know it. We,
Interesting.
yeah, we don't know it. We're just not aware of it. And then she explains it as a one of her meditations is become become the space around everything, and that space is what allows everything to occur,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
to appear.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and and that actually is like the nothingness that we attribute to God.
Mm.
It's within that space of allowance that God finally dawns on us that that's actually what we are.
It's yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. Like we awaken, but we don't realize it. So that speaks to me of it because it being so natural. That's what we are. So
yeah,
you know.
yeah. And but when I first started getting the difference between my personality
Yeah.
and my being,
Mm-hmm.
that was huge. That
Yes.
that's what know thyself means to me.
Yes. Yes.
Thyself
Mm-hmm.
is presence,
Right.
and knowing presence, knowing thyself is, well, Regina talked about after the first two stages, the resistor and then the doubter. One day she woke up this year and she said, I had been like this, this was me and this was God, and I was right
Mm.
close, but there was still a little bit of separation. Uh, 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 and then one morning I woke up and I was
Yeah.
there in it,
Yeah.
in it. I
Yeah.
thought that's so profound.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like it happens. God takes the last step.
Yes, it says that in the course, doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
does.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Wow. Oh, I'm just noticing that we've got about 5 minutes. I want to put the link to your book in the chat. I have that. There we go. It's the Amazon link.
Yeah. That little that GQK
Uh-huh.
thing, GCN1FW,
Oh, really?
that actually is that's a what's called an ASIN, and it takes you directly to the book because
Oh,
there's a lot of books entitled Know Thyself,
no,
a
that's it.
lot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And but that little ASIN
mm-hmm.
is very, very helpful because it'll take you right to the book.
Yeah. And I'm so glad. I mean, I'm just so glad I ordered it. It really has been a wonderful blessing, and
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
it. Yeah. So let's just see if anybody has questions before we go. We've got about 5 minutes, or anything they want to say? Anybody want to chat with Dan? Anything to say or share or ask? Oh, Melody, please.
Dan, I'm so glad you did this tonight. And thanks, Yolanda, for hosting this time. I've enjoyed every time I've been able to attend. And Dan, I love your book, my 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 retreat bonding buddy. I absolutely love it. I love your pictures in particular. Your contemplations are beautiful, and the paintings you've done are amazing. My favorite, though, part of the book is, and I go back to it all the time and look at this and that. It's not one you just read through. It's you spend a
Right.
little time here, a little time there. But my favorite is, well, I love the one called Gertrude.
Oh yeah, Gertrude. Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous. And my absolute favorite is the one on gratitude with the picture of the turtle and the eye gazing. You
Yeah.
said because they love everybody as turtles do, right? And it's
Yeah.
just so gorgeous. The first time I saw it, it made me cry. It's just so stunningly gorgeous. The contemplation is just lovely. So I just want to thank you for putting that out into the world. I just love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love
Yeah,
you.
it's now it's sort of like hands off. You know, it's not about promoting it. It's just I did what I was supposed to do, and now it's in spirit's hands.
Exactly. And I love that. That's anyway. Spirit gives a gift through us, through each and every one of us, and it's just there. It's just there to share. And I just feel like I know you. Know thyself. Know Dan Wetzel. I know myself a little better, and I know Dan Wetzel a little better. Oh, Jerry
Yeah.
has a comment or a question. Go ahead, Jerry.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Yolanda, for doing this. Dan, your beingness just shouts out. Whether it's the birds or the dogs or the turtles, you can just tell where you are or who you are. And I just want to take this opportunity just to thank you. Thank you. You were one of the people when Teresa and I came to La Vida last year, where I was so honored to have met you. I told Teresa, I said, that guy knows Ken Wapnick. Yeah, I never knew anybody who knew Ken Wapnick. I thought, wow. And you're just, I'm 70, said you're 79, but to me, oh my gosh, you're one of the masters. And I really came to listen about your own personal past history because I find that fascinating, from the get-go, 60s on, but you just talked about the presence and how important, I mean, your ego was nowhere there. Well, I mean, you shared very little about that, but it was all about, the message of the presence. And thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
Jerry.
Yolanda, thank you for putting this on.
Wow, this was magnificent. Um, Thank you, Dan. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Yolanda. The
All
Mutual
right.
Admiration Society.
Yeah. I love us, as Cindy would say. This is such a
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful community. I love it so much. Well, okay, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. And this will be our last open mic program for a while. We'll see, I'm going to revisit in the fall and see who might be interested in sharing because I love getting to know everybody in this way. And I think we're all having a good experience with it. So email me, Yolanda at yolanda.net, if you'd like to share on the program, and then we'll do a lineup again starting probably at the end of the summer, September. So thank you.